Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Fighting Spirit Wrestling, and we are continuing our coverage of Immortals Holiday. We are in the Vax Motor Arena in Brooklyn, New York, and we are getting set for our next matchup, our next contest of the evening. Many are saying this might be a David and Goliath-like matchup, but I think this man in particular right here, the featured presentation, the authentic one himself, Brandon Lewis, has, oh my lord, look at the size of that guy.
From the jungles of China, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Blasian Warrior, Bolo Young!
Bolo Young, the Blasian Warrior, and they're already having miscommunications and the match hasn't even started yet. Bolo Young. He is big, he is strong, and he is wild and untamed. Brandon Lewis, I hope he's got a strategy to control this guy. They seem to have some sort of unique relationship. Brandon Lewis has managed to somewhat, I wouldn't say completely control, but he definitely has a nice relationship with Bolo. Bolo listens to him to some degree. Let's see if Lewis can keep that kind of mental control over him for the rest of this matchup. That has been the Achilles heel for him in the past. And here comes Bolo Young's opponent.
Now making his way towards the ring, from Angel Road Park, please welcome the brand new Oscar the Giant.
Now don't let the name fool you, folks. Yes, the name is Oscar the Giant, but he's not exactly a big man. He's actually a pretty light guy. He's not very tall at all. He's not a very good size. Normally you would think this would be a poor choice of opponent for Oscar the Giant, but I think Brandon Lewis looks at it as a great opponent for his man, the Blasian Warrior, the man from the jungles of China, Bolo Young. It looked like Oscar may be starting off with a death wish. I don't know what his strategy is, but he's asking for a test of strength against Bolo Young, and Bolo looks a little confused. Brandon's telling him, though, if he wants to go that route, go ahead and give it to him. I don't see what Oscar's going to do from here. I hope he's got a plan. Looks like he does. He's going to use his small stature, his speed, his intelligence against Bolo Young. A lot of adjectives to describe Bolo Young. He's strong, he's mean, he's nasty. Smart and intelligent aren't two words that you would throw to Bolo Young. I guess that's where Brandon Lewis would come in the picture here. Going for another test of strength. And another arm drag takeover by Oscar the Giant. And it looks like Bolo's had enough. And there you go, cat and mouse. You can run, but you can't hide. Bolo finally got his hands on him. Military press. Oscar slides out. Nice leverage there. Bolo, nice speed also. Bolo trying to get his hands. Oh, there it is there. Wait. Little leverage issue there. Oscar tried to go jump up on the shoulders, it looked like, and Bolo was just wide stance. Stopped. And then the brute strength, the sledge to the back to stop all momentum. Brandon Lewis has been speaking for weeks leading up to this debut show that he was coming here to dominate FSW. He was coming here to showcase his intellect against these people that he says are disrespectful to him. I don't believe that, but he wanted to prove that he could manage the best talent in the world of professional wrestling. What a gorilla press slam. And he said he had a special surprise for all of us at Immortals Holiday, and his surprise is looking good. Showcase of agility there by Bolo Young. Nice flip over body splash, and he's in firm control. Brandon Lewis has managed tag teams to tag team gold. He's managed wrestlers to singles gold. And now he's got a new client. He's got a new prospect. And he is looking good. And Oscar is in big trouble. He's got to fight out of this. He's got to hit and run. You can have all the intellect in the world. Intellectual people can't out-muscle muscle. And there's a shoulder tackle there. You can think all you want, but when Bolo Young gets his massive hands on you, he does what he wants. You see it there, smart strategic maneuvers, shoulder tackle, leg drop. They're textbook, but they're in the textbook for a reason. They work. They're effective. Just like that right there, straight lariat across the chest, across the sternum. Brandon Lewis is loving what he's seeing. He's been talking for weeks and weeks, and even I was starting to get a little skeptical. I was wondering who could he possibly bring in, and he finds the wild man from the jungles of China. Smart tactic there. He's trying to take out the collarbone, take out the neck area. Smart strikes using his hand, no wasted motion. He's not running around the ring all crazy. He's pacing himself. He's demolishing Oscar the Giant slowly, emphatically. You gotta wonder if that's Brandon Lewis's tutelage. Has he been teaching him, showing him how to methodically just defeat an opponent? But you can take the guy out of the jungle. You can't take the jungle out of the guy. It looks like he wants to throw Oscar into at least the 4th or 5th row. And Lewis is pointing, he's telling him you gotta go to the center of the ring. And Oscar slithers out. Bolo Young took too long. Referee in, 2 count only, a massive kick out. That's a showcase of strength. Brandon Lewis considers himself to be one of the smartest managers in the world of professional wrestling today. He's going to have to be to control this monster. Look at that leverage. Look at that strength. You just can't overcome that kind of strength. Spine buster, dead smack center of the ring. And Mr. Lewis loves what he sees. Of course he would. Who wouldn't? Look at the size of this guy. He's like a wrecking ball. Up into the air again. Will Oscar be able to slide out? Yeah, he slides out again. Oscar is trying everything he can to hit and run. I don't even know if this is David and Goliath. It looks like Goliath has got this pretty well in hand. And now look at Mr. Lewis. Look at Brandon Lewis. Slipping him some words of wisdom, some knowledge. Probably telling him to finish him off. He keeps taking a lot of time, and Oscar trying to take advantage. He's trying to survive. Jaw jacket there, kick down. Bolo is off his feet. Oscar, I wouldn't waste time trying to taunt right now. It didn't hurt him, but I wouldn't waste time. Straight kick to the head. Will that be enough? 2 count only. Referee only gets 2. Oscar has got to stay on this guy if he wants to keep from getting killed inside that ring. Another back elbow, another broken momentum. Every time Oscar tries to get a little bit of momentum, Bolo stops him this time with back elbows and a clothesline. Gotta love the pacing of this guy. Slow and methodical. He's not in a rush. He'll get paid by the hour. Oscar tried for a wheelbarrow, though. He ended up getting front slammed down. What's this? This is unique. Oh, slap to the side. Oh, look at this submission hold. And Oscar submits immediately. He submits immediately, and Bolo is not letting go. There he is there. He finally lets go. Brandon Lewis has been stating for weeks that he has a surprise for us, and what a surprise he has. What a pickup. What a member of clientele for Brandon Lewis. And look at Brandon Lewis distracting the referee, and Bolo choking out Oscar the Giant with the nunchucks. Referee finally turns around, he finally sees it. And look at there, Brandon Lewis able to get up and release the hold. Bolo Young is listening to Brandon Lewis. Look at Brandon Lewis telling him, let's go, it's time to leave. Let me tell you something, folks. If Brandon Lewis has a good grip on this guy, as I think that he does, watch out. This is going to be a tough tandem to beat here at Fighting Spirit Wrestling.